courts of the Tennessee River Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, I caught up with Tennessee's head coach before the game. They believe that their wide receiver is the best in the country. He has been so electric this season, nobody can stop him. They believe that he is so efficient in the red zone, top 5 in the country in receiving touchdowns, and he firmly belongs in the Heisman conversation to hear his name called in New York later this year. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Sooners ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Bishop.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in the rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
The Volunteers in a good spot here with second and short. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Switch, booster, booster. Hey, move.
Shotgun snap on third down. He's got him. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Bishop. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Volunteers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The offense changing the play.
Return. Level. Where did he go?
To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. Turning it on. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Vols trying to cash it in on first and goal. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pulls it and fires to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
We know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get those big fellas running east-west.
To the air, it's Mateer. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Defense did a great job. 30 short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they've dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He unleashes a long one. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in the 4th quarter game.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This crowd knows when to bring it. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. First play of the period will be a second down. They want to run it left here. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. The Sooners have taken it inside the 20. The play-action fake. Hauls it in. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got first and goal.
Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Buys a little extra time, and he just chucks it into the 4th row.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. On the option. Quick toss. Touchdown Sooners! Great job by the back on the option. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They'll run with Robinson. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paulo.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Lets it go to the end zone. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great.
Maybe some room here. He's got enough for the first down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, 2 great vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses in some of those great games we had back in the late 90s. This dude right here, man, he just wears you down every single carry.
Unleashes one. Finds his man. It's Jackson. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Looking downfield on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Throwing on the run. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. The Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. The Vols have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tennessee! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and they'll get you a touchdown, that's a...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fighting off the defender. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. Under fire. Connection to the right. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Wants to throw it again. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. And the Sooners peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. He's in open space downfield. To the 10. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
You always want to take some momentum into halftime. That's exactly what they did. How about the touchdown late in the 1st half? Now a chance to take the lead with the extra point. All the momentum, all the juice, all the feel-good going right to this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Oh, they're after him! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Volunteers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Off play action. Fires to the big fella. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. Let's start with Memphis taking on the number 19 team, the Boise State Broncos.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
They'll try to run for it. They went right back to him, and they got the exact same thing. Nothing doing against this defense. It'll be 4th down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks,
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice. To keep this drive going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
From the gun, running back on the move.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 14-6. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And they finish that thing off in style with a 49-yard touchdown run. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Looking to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. It's caught. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
And the Vols with the 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready, go.
Running the red zone. It's Bishop. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Has it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown ball! They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points, and then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to make magic. There's some room. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They have the lead in the 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Trying play action. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. And after that gargantuan 4th down stop, now a chance to put together a game-winning drive here. The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really...
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Taking it the other way. The 20. Touchdown Sooners! The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 9 here in the 4th. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Complete to the left. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple of minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win, but they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
The Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They just keep firing. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Fires to the wideout. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Touchdown, Volunteers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of this route because he doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so this receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line, a pickup of 3.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
Pulled down for the tackle.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. Safe little shovel pass. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Great job in the open field making that tackle on defense. You know, you'd like to think your running back in space could make that guy miss on 3rd down, but really nice job with the fundamentals on that tackle.
The Sooners looking to convert on 4th down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. Gonna take a shot. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. Listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments, and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Buying some time. Got his man. Strong, firm tackle. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Got a little space. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Here's a heat. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Here's the pressure. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle. Back on the line.
Got it down the field. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to go right back downfield. A shot toward the end zone. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Grabs it inside the 10. And that is how we will wrap this one up. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis.